Hey friends, Ashton back again with another fragrance review. This time with one I picked up at Ross's. And this one has been popping up at Ross's and Marshall's like crazy lately. You can pick it up for $49.99 if you can find it in store. That's actually about as cheap as I found this because it's usually retail price everywhere that I've looked. And this is one that was getting hyped up a lot earlier in the year. Obviously you know what it is. It is Le Male Popeye Eau Fraiche. I figured I'd go ahead and review it since this is starting to pop up. That way, if you see it in a Ross's or a Marshall's, you might have a better idea on if it's something that you'd like to splurge on. Alright guys, let's go ahead and check out the presentation for Le Male Popeye Eau Fraiche. So it's going to come in this tin can, which is your typical Le Male packaging. You have Popeye on the front here, looking hard. It says, "I love Goutier Le Male." And then you have just the typical stripe pattern. It's a little lighter for this Eau Fraiche release. On the bottom you have your typical information, a little Popeye symbol on there too. He's keeping it real. And then the bottle. It's your typical Le Male bottle, only you have Popeye on the front, just like on the package. It looks pretty cool if you like Popeye. It might even be a collector for somebody that collects Popeye type things, I would imagine. Outside of that, it's pretty much the exact same as your normal Le Male bottle. You have Goutier right up here. There it is. And it's a little bit lighter than your typical Le Male bottle. Other than that, it's pretty much the exact same. The atomizers on these are actually really nice. They spray out a whole lot of juice. And it comes with this little metal piece that you can stick right there on the neck of the atomizer to make sure it doesn't spray out any juice, I guess if you were traveling with it or something. But that is the presentation for Le Male Popeye Eau Fraiche. I know I just went over the presentation, but I just want to go over this super quickly in case you've never bought a Le Male fragrance. They come in these cans, right? And you don't open it from the top. I've actually seen some people online use can openers to open this. If you just kind of pull on the bottom will pop off and there's a little stand that you sit the fragrance in. Again, just in case you've never bought a Le Male fragrance and didn't know how to get in there, that's what you do. Don't take a can opener to it, just pull the bottom and it will pop off and then the fragrance is sitting down in there. The very initial blast of this actually reminded me a little bit of fresh laundry, and I mean that in the best way possible, but it did give me that kind of feel like laundry that you just pulled out of the dryer that has that really fresh, clean smell. That's kind of what I got. It doesn't smell exactly like that. It just put me in that kind of frame of mind. You get mint and aldehydes off the top. It's fresh, it's clean, it's a little bit invigorating, and the vanilla on this one starts to come in pretty early on. The vanilla is not super heavy or thick or anything like that, and the mint and aldehydes are the main thing going on at the beginning. It's just Le Male fragrances in general have kind of a vanilla base around them. That's the dominant note, and it starts to come in fairly quickly on. As you hit the mid, the vanilla starts to come to the fore a little bit more, and there's also ambrox in there as well, so it gives the vanilla almost a sparkling or an effervescent kind of feel. It's got a little bit of a metallic rounded edge. The mint is still there and the aldehydes are still there. They just kind of fade to the background a little bit as the vanilla comes to the foreground. It has a little bit of a bubblegummy kind of smell, a little bit of that sweetness, but it's toned down from the original Le Male. So it's not really as heavy or thick as that release. Once you hit the full dry down, that kind of sparkle, that kind of effervescence, it starts to die down and starts to fade away. You're left with a nice vanilla scent with some tonka nuances. You still have a little bit of that bubblegummy sweetness that lasts pretty much the whole way through. But like I said, it's a pleasing scent. People like it, women like it, men like it. Seems like everybody really likes it, unless you're someone who doesn't really enjoy freshies, or freshies that are a little on the sweet side, or if you're somebody who really likes just mainly niche fragrances. Everyone else seems to enjoy it. This one may trend a little bit more toward the younger audience just because of that sweetness and the whole fresh factor, but personally I would wear it anytime and I wouldn't have second thoughts about it. Really wear whatever you like. So if you like sweet things, if you like fresh things, then this should be up your alley. This is a spring/summer fragrance, or indoors if you work in an office environment, an air-conditioned environment, something like that. It projects pretty well for the first couple hours or so and then starts to die down into a skin scent. Longevity, I get 6+ hours every time, but my skin isn't great. And if I were wearing this in summer or spring and maybe went a little heavier, I'm sure I could get 8+ hours. Just a quick recap, this is probably better suited for somebody 30 years and younger, unless you really enjoy fresh or sweet fresh type of fragrances, and then it may be right up your alley. Like usual, I just say wear a fragrance if you like it. I don't really necessarily put an age on things. I just think that's how people would view this fragrance. It's better suited for warmer weather or indoors if it's air conditioned. Honestly, you could probably pull it off in the winter. I would wear it in the winter if I wanted to, but in general, it's a spring, summer type of fragrance. This is supposed to be a limited edition release for 2016. I'm assuming that it's going to show up eventually at discounters, just like Central Park by Carolina Herrera has started to show up at discounters, but you never know. If you want to pick this up, it looks like right now the best place to do it is at Ross or Marshall's. They run $49.99. It seems that way across the country. That's what I picked it up for, and everyone that's been posting pictures, it's the same price. So if you're looking for this one, that's probably your best bet. I know it seems like they only have 1 or 2 bottles out at a time, and once it sells, they put another one out there. So you may get lucky and have one and go ahead and be able to scoop it up from the store, or you may show up and they have nothing and you have to try again later. Lastly, I just want to say, I know this has gotten crapped on a little bit by some people that are more into super niche fragrances or very daring, unique fragrances, but honestly, not everybody wants to have a Picasso. Some people want to have a print of a Thomas Kincaid and just throw it on the wall and know that everyone that comes through is going to look at it and be like, ah, that looks nice. And that's really what this is. It's a Thomas Kincaid painting. It's made for the masses to have everybody smell it and be like, oh yeah, that's pleasant, that smells nice. It's not one that's made for the select few who are very, very, very serious about the art of perfumery. So I don't take it that serious. I can appreciate things. I really do like some daring fragrances, but at the same time, man, sometimes you just have to have something that smells nice, something that's you know, going to be nice for every single person you come across, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this one. Let me know if you smelled it. As always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.